So in the last video, we spoke about the relationship motivators in motivational maps. And now we're going to go on to the achievement motivators, which are much more grounded in today, much more grounded in the present. So those who have a dominance of achievement motivators in their top three will be much more today focused. So my name's Sonia Gavira, and I've been working as a leadership coach and trainer and in executive coaching for over 20 years now. And motivational maps is a tool that I've been using the last few years, which I have found amazingly useful for myself and for my clients in everything that they want to achieve. So we've been talking about what the different motivators are, and the ones that we're going to talk about today, as I've said, are the achievement motivators, hence I'm in red. And the first one that I want to tell you about is director. Now, people who have director in their top three are motivated by power, by influence, by being in charge, by controlling people and resources. That's what drives them. So having the ability to do that is really important for them in their work and will fill them with energy. So they value being in control, being in charge. They value being stretched. They value being able to make critical decisions. They value having a clear career path, having control of resources, be they monetary, be they processes, be they people. Yeah. And so what they really value is having that responsibility and that influence. So some of the greatest managers really thrive on this. So in order to increase motivation, make sure that a person who's really driven by director has the responsibility to manage, to delegate. Make sure that they have regular reviews. A mentor is something that would engage them. Yeah, someone that they can learn from, someone who has that influence and that power that they can learn from. They having a title, a role title that reflects power, that shows the seniority and the responsibility will also be something that they're driven by. They'll want to be the person who represents the team, who represents the department. And something else, if you are managing somebody who has director in their top three and they're obviously not the manager, giving them the opportunity to deputize for you, that will be something that will really drive them and give them that sense of achievement, of being in flow as well. The next one I want to talk to you about is builder. Now, somebody who has builder in their top three, they are the really commercial ones in your team. They value money. They value material satisfactions. They value above average living. And this can be represented in lots of different ways, which is why I've said commercial. Because even though they value money and they value material and financial rewards, it's really important to talk, like it is with all the motivators actually, but it's really important to talk to them about what that actually means for them. What does it get them? So these could be the people who chase the numbers in your department, who are really competitive and very target orientated. So having a target to chase will really drive them. And they'll want those targets or those goals to be really clear. They will value doing work that is really visibly rewarded. So sometimes people who are really driven by Builder, it won't just be the salary, but it might be the incentives. It might be those goals being attached to the money that they get, so that they can see that they're being rewarded for their efforts with the money. So to increase motivation here, the people who have Builder in their top 3 will be driven by incentives. They will be looking for the material benefits and rewards for their efforts. They will want to have a very clear career path and a plan to achieve it. They'll therefore really appreciate regular reviews of their progress. They'll want responsibility, so give them responsibility. And they'll also really value training, because training, getting new skills, will also enable them to do more and earn more. So that's the Builder. Next, I want to talk about the Expert. Now, the Expert is the last motivator in this achievement cluster. An expert, somebody who has this in their top 3, what they're looking for is expertise. What they're looking for is to be able to be the master of something, to have that mastery, to have that specialism. So they will really value opportunities to learn, opportunities to specialize in a particular area of interest and be the expert in that area. They'll want not only to learn, but they'll also want the opportunity and value the opportunity to share their expertise and share their learning, because that means that they can also realize their own potential. They will want contact with other experts. Why? Because that's another way of learning and gaining expertise. And they'll always want to be able to be the master of their own work. They want to be able to master what they do and be seen as that expert. So if you have somebody in your team, or if you are driven by expert and you have that in your top 3, then providing training and development opportunities is something that they will thrive on and lap up. But also giving them the opportunity to be a guide or a mentor to somebody else in the team, that's also something that they will really value, as they'll be able to share their expertise. Having a mentor, but having a mentor who is a skilled expert in something that they want to learn. In order to engage them in a promotion possibility, link training to that promotion. And set ambitious targets. Targets that will mean that they will need to stretch and they will need to learn something. So that is the 3 motivators that sit within achievement. Next, last but by no means least, is growth. So if you want to know more about motivational maps, all things motivation, all things personal development and leadership, please subscribe to the channel. Press on that bell so that you get notified when my next video is coming up. And if you want any further information, then just leave me a comment below. I promise I read them all and I will get back to you really soon. See you in the next video.